up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again with another week 1 game preview. As the number 9 LSU Tigers will go on the road to face the number 4 Clemson Tigers. 7:30 prime time, August the 30th. Clemson is a 4-point favorite in this game. Both of these teams coming in with high-profile quarterbacks. Two basically Heisman Trophy candidates at quarterback. Garrett Nussmeier for LSU and Cade Klubnik for Clemson. Let's not forget, as far as LSU, the last 2 years, their defense has been atrocious. They couldn't stop nothing. But that's not to say that their defense can't be much improved in 2025. We will see. But LSU did lose their defensive line coach, Bo Davis. Went to the NFL with the New Orleans Saints. So we'll see how this defensive line perform under their new defensive line coach. But hey, I think this is going to be a pretty good game. Somebody's going to fall. Number 4 team against the number 9 team. So somebody going to fall in the rankings. We're going to have a couple of teams that's going to fall in the top 10 come Saturday or after Saturday. But anyway, let's talk about LSU. As I said, not Cade Klubnik, but Garrett Nussmeier threw for over 4,000 yards last season, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He need to cut down on those interceptions. Cade Klubnik had less yards, but better numbers in the touchdown to interception ratio. But anyway, I feel like Clemson is a much better team than LSU. That's just my opinion. We'll see for sure Saturday. I tell you that right now. We will see for sure. All right. But anyway, when it comes to Clemson, looking at who all they're bringing back, Garrett Nussmeier coming back, like I told you. Then in the wide receiver core, you got Aaron Anderson. He came back. Aaron Anderson is their most experienced wide receiver. You got 2 other young guys that didn't get much playing time last year. But hey, that was last year. It's time for them to step up and show out. You got on the offensive side of the ball, you got running back Caden Durham that came back. Caden Durham is a hell of a running back. I believe he was a true freshman last year and ran for over 700 yards and 5 touchdowns, I believe. So I think the offense is going to be pretty much of what they was last year. If these 2 young wide receivers can step up for LSU, then they'll be pretty good. As I said, Aaron Anderson, the most experienced wide receiver for LSU, 884 yards last season and 5 touchdowns. But the other 2 stats ain't even worth mentioning. For LSU, the offensive line, I think they're going to be pretty good again. I think Caden Durham going to be even better this season. Going into his second year. Backup running back Caleb Jackson, he's young. He haven't had much experience. So I think this offense still is going to be good, pretty much of what they was last year with Garrett Nussmeier leading the charge, leading this offense. I'm pretty confident in this LSU offense. It's just the defense for LSU for me. They have been terrible the last 2 years, man. I know you got Harold Perkins coming back. Harold Perkins was injured basically all last season, wasn't playing, but he's coming back. One man just can't turn over the whole daggone defense. It's going to take more than one guy. Now, even in 2023, LSU didn't use Harold Perkins in the right way. Anyway, they got this man dropping back in coverage when his specialty is rushing the passer. That's what you got to let this guy do. But hey, it is what it is. You look at this defense, man. They got Weeks coming back, 3.5 sacks last year, 2 forced fumbles and interceptions. All right. He was their most dominant defender last year, if you ask me. Also, you got cornerback Ashton Stamps coming back. He had 14 pass deflections, so that's good. Between the 2 defensive ends that's going to be in for LSU this year, they only got 1.5 sack between them. They got to get better than that. Also, LSU's cornerbacks that's coming back this season or will be on the field for them this season only got 4 interceptions between them. They got to get better. the run stop game or the run defense, it's got to get better. This defense got to be better all around, and it's going to start with Clemson. A tough test. I'm telling you, it's going to be tough on this LSU defense. But anyway, man, oh my goodness, man. But they got some guys coming back, man. But they got the other Weeks brother, West Weeks. He really didn't do really anything last year. I think he had like three up. He didn't do much. He didn't do much. I can tell you, he ain't nothing compared to his brother Whit Weeks. So West Weeks wasn't a starter though. So he was a rotational player. So he'll probably be a starter this season. Both of them Weeks brother will be playing linebacker. So hopefully they can get it together, man. I'm scared for this LSU defense. I'm gonna tell you that now. I'm scared for them. I think that LSU will be able to put up points. I think they'll be able to put up points, but they won't be able to put up more than Clemson. And you see where I'm going here. You see where I'm going here. Will LSU be able to put up 40 points on this Clemson defense? I don't think so. They was averaging, I think, 40 points a game last year. I'm not really sure, but I don't think they'll be able to put up 40 points on this Clemson defense. Hell, I don't even think they'll be able to put up 30. That's just me. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all know where I'm going with this pick. But anyway, let's talk about Clemson. On paper, Clemson has a squad. They got a squad. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They got a squad. You look at his offense, starting with Cade Klubnik. Threw for over 3,600 yards last season. 36 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Yep, that's 7 more touchdowns than Garrett Nussmeier, and 6. I think what did Garrett Nussmeier throw? What did I tell y'all? Garrett Nussmeier threw 29 touchdowns. So yeah, 7 more interceptions, 6 less. 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for Garrett Nussmeier. So Cade Klubnik threw for 7 more touchdowns, 6 less interceptions on a few less yards. So, but anyway, this LSU squad is off the chain, man. You got wide receiver TJ Moore, 651 yards last season, 5 interceptions, 14.5 yards a catch on average. Then you got Wesco Bryant, another wide receiver, 708 yards, 5 touchdowns, over 17 yards per catch. Then you got wide receiver Antonio Williams, 940 yards, 11 touchdowns, 12 yards per catch. Yeah, running back. They young, just like Caden Durham for LSU. He got experience, most experienced back. But the 2 running backs for Clemson, running back 1, running back 2, both of those are young. That's the only part of this offense that they young in. All right. So this offensive line is going to be pretty good for Clemson. I'm going to tell you that right now. Clemson always got a good offensive line. All right. Now, I had my doubts about Cade Klubnik last year, but he surprised me. All right. But you look at this Clemson defense. Man, they got some guys on this defense, man. I'm telling you, let's start with the secondary. What's his name? Avion Terrell, 3 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, 12 pass deflections. Then you got Khalil Barnes, 4 interceptions, 3 pass deflections. Ashton Hampton, 2 interceptions, 5 pass deflections. Then you got who else? Kalen Griffin, he got an interception. So between this secondary from last year, they got 9 interceptions, 24 pass deflections. And then you look at the linebackers and defensive end. Sammy Brown, 5 sacks. Wade Woods, 3 sacks. Will Help, 5 sacks. And TJ Parker, 11 sacks and 6 forced fumbles. And I forgot Wade Woods got 3 forced fumbles and an interception. Defensive tackle Peter Woods, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Do you know what that is? 27 sacks, 10 forced fumbles, and 10 interceptions. Every player on Clemson's defense except for one, was there last year, where every starter on Clemson defense was in this system last year. Every one of them. And guess what? Between the ones and twos, the starters and the rotational pieces, they only got one transfer on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, between the ones and twos, they only got one transfer. And that's the left tackle. As far as the defense, that transfer is a defensive tackle. But if you look at LSU, offensively, between the ones and twos, they only got one transfer. All right, and that's a left tackle. On defensive side of the ball, the ones and twos, they only got two transfers. And that's a safety and a cornerback. So that's in the backfield, defensive backfield. But anyway, on paper, Clemson is just an overall better team, defensively and offensively. That's if you ask me. If you ask me. So Peter Woods is a beast on that interior defensive line. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I'm going to say. Clemson is the better team. Clemson going to win this game. I ain't going to give you no score, like I said. It's the first game, so I can't give you no score. But Clemson is the overall better team, and I think Clemson going to win this game. And once again, LSU will open the season with a loss. But LSU can still rebound and be a playoff team, just like anybody else that lose in week one. They can rebound and be a better and get better and be a playoff team, if you ask me. But as for me, LSU ain't winning this game. No way, no how. No way. No way. Defense might be a little bit better than it was the previous two seasons. But guess what? This Clemson offense is going to be too much for them. I don't care that they're young in the running at running back. I don't care. This Clemson offense is going to be too much for them. Defense might be too much for the offense, even though I feel like LSU's offense might can score. But they won't be scoring no 40 points. They won't be scoring no 30 points. Not in my opinion. Clemson defense is just too good. That's just what I think. I could be wrong. But anyway, I got Clemson winning this game. And I got Clemson. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I got Clemson winning by double digits. Sorry, LSU. Sorry. I just don't see no way that you're going to beat this Clemson Tiger team. Not in game one. Not with your history of opening games. Now, not with what your defense looked like the past 2 years. Now, I know all this I'm talking about is in the past. But that's all I got to go by. That's all I got to go by. I'm going by what Clemson got coming back, which is a hell of a squad. Playmakers all over the field. And I'm going by what LSU got coming back. All y'all got basically the whole starting first team or whatever. And your freaking backups, your rotational pieces. Damn near everybody done been in the system for both teams. Everybody. So, but I just think Clemson got the better squad. Just me, and the better head coach, if you ask me. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. But until then, and remember, KB, well, remember to be blessed. And KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. And roll damn Tide.